What's up, everybody? It is Matt Modi with OddsJam, and for this video, giving you a Game 4 preview of the Mavericks versus Warriors series. Now, obviously, the Warriors have a commanding 3-0 series lead, so the question isn't really, are they going to win the series, but can the Mavericks at least steal one game at home? Before I get into it, just to do a little bit of a recap on yesterday's bets, finally had a good day. Went 1-1 on the player props, so down roughly $4 there. But my big bet hit 117 in profit there. So finally had a good day here. Obviously still insanely down overall because of just how terrible last week was. So I appreciate everybody sticking with me. I appreciate the nice comments, and I'm hoping for a better week this week, and at least we had a good start. And also, before I get into it, would appreciate if you could like the video, comment, let me know your feedback that way, and then also subscribe to the OddsJam YouTube channel. So in Game 3, the Warriors won by the score of 109-100. Obviously, the biggest news that came out of it, beside from the Andrew Wiggins dunk, was Reggie Bullock and Maxi Kleber combining to go over 12 from 3, which was rare for them because they had both played much better at home than they had on the road. So this performance, I know I specifically bet Bullock to go over his points, rebounds, assists, so I was counting on him on having a good game. And between him and Kleber going 0 of 12 from 3, I mean, that's pretty much a death sentence from the Mavs. Obviously, Luka was insane, putting up 40. They got a good game from Spencer Dinwiddie as well, putting up 26. But when your two shooters go 0 for 12, it's going to be hard to come back from. So the Mavericks were favored in that game. They're still favored in this one, just ever so slightly. Some books have it as a pick'em, like DraftKings. Most of them have the Mavericks priced at about -112, -115, something like that. Looking at the money line odds, there's a little bit of value getting the Mavericks at -110 if you did want to go that route. For me, I'm looking at the spread, and I'd rather get them at -1, so that way if they just win exactly by 1, you just don't lose your bet. It's still a push, and you're getting a little bit better odds at the at -105 than you are at -110. For the Warrior side, if you wanted to take them, it would make sense to do it at +1.5. You can see some books have them this spread priced between -1, -1.5 towards the Mavericks, depending on where you look. For me, I'm leaning towards the Mavericks in this one. I don't think they get swept. I think even though they got the insane 40 points from Luka and 26 from Spencer Dinwiddie, I'm still expecting, I'm not expecting the shooters, Kleber and Bullock, to have such a bad game. And the Warriors, as good as they've been this series and in general this playoffs, they still have the tendency to sleepwalk through games a little bit. So my favorite play here is going to be taking the Mavericks spread at -1 on DraftKings. So I'm going to go ahead and log in and lock this bad boy in. So I'm putting my mixed slam amount on this one, 125, place bet, and we're good to go there. So now I just need to add this one to my bet tracker, Mavericks -1, 125, and we're good to go there. So the OddsJam bet tracker is something that I can't recommend enough. As a sports bettor, it's really important to track your bets and understand whether you're profitable or not. And OddsJam has one of the best bet trackers on the market. So all these numbers here you see from my home page all come from the OddsJam bet tracker. So you can see just exactly how bad last week was. But other than that, I mean, still up almost 11K overall. ROI down to 6.4%. It was at 8 before last week, but last week did unfortunately happen. But all this stuff comes from the bet tracker, and it's completely free to use. So sign up for the OddsJam bet tracker. It's a really helpful tool. And I also like that all these pending bets, they have an auto grader. So you don't need to go in and manually mark a bet as won or lost. The OddsJam bet tracker will do that for you. So sign up. I can't recommend that part enough. So Mavs -1 is my favorite play here. Looking at the total, I do lean these games to go under, but as you can see, there's no value here. Every single book has it priced at under 215.5. If I did want to take it, it would make sense to take it on WinBet at -108, but like I said, I'm not seeing any value here. The series so far has gone 2-2 in terms of the over and the under. The under just hit in games 1 and 3, or excuse me, games 1 and 4. The over hit in games 2 and 3. So I'm not really touching this one. I'm going to wait it out, see if some of the odds might change. So I'm sitting out the total. So now what I like to do is just look at the OddsJam positive EV page and see if there's any value on some player props. For the main lines, I kind of go through and look to see where the odds are for player props, and anything a little bit differently, like the first half spread, first quarter, anything like that. I like to look at the OddsJam positive EV page. So we see a couple plays here. So this OddsJam positive expected value page, basically the way it works, to give a brief recap, I know we have a ton of people that probably already know. It pulls odds, this OddsJam line you see here, from the most accurate bookmaker in the world, the sharpest bookmaker in the world, and it removes the VIG, which is just the juice that sportsbooks price up odds themselves, and it provides opportunities in which we're getting more favorable odds on another sportsbook. So I checked out these Kevon Looney and Andrew Wiggins ones. PointsBet is down for maintenance, so those are not legit. But this Reggie Bullock one I did look into, and I did really like. So first of all, the play is Reggie Bullock under 1.5 assists plus 100 on BetMGM. Looking into the markets, the OddsJam line prices this at minus 127. The other books price this at minus 115, so kind of in the middle of BetMGM in the OddsJam line, but closer to the OddsJam line. And looking at his trends, Bullock has gone over this surprisingly in all 3 games so far this series. But in the previous series against the Suns, he only hit it in 2 of 7. So I think him hitting it in 3 in a row is more of an anomaly than anything. So I really like him to go under that 1.5 assists. He's not known as being a passer. He's really just a catch and shoot player. So getting it to go under at plus 100 odds, I do think is a valuable bet. So I'm going to go ahead and lock this one in. Place bet, so we are good to go there. So now I just need to add this to my bet tracker. Again, OddsJam bet tracker. Great tool. So let me refresh and see if there are any more that I like. I also really like this Klay Thompson to go under 19.5 points. He actually hasn't hit this in any of the games so far this series. His series high is 19.5, and he's only hit this in 2 of his last 10 games, going back to the Memphis series and then also the Denver series. So as much as everybody loves Klay, he's actually struggled quite a bit. So I'm going to go ahead and take this one as well. I'm going to take this one on Caesars since I already have some. I'll bet MGM. And this will be my last bet of the game. So let me go ahead and lock in Klay under 19.5 points. I'll put another 75 on this one. Success, good to go. So let me add this to my bet tracker. 75, and we're good to go there. So those are going to be my 3 bets. Again, will be tracked on the spreadsheet to see how everything goes. I'm looking at the Mavs -1 as my favorite play. I'm looking at Kevon Looney, Reggie Bullock to go under 1.5 assists, and I'm looking at Klay to go under 19.5 points. So if you're tailing these bets, I would love to hear it. Again, I appreciate all the support based on how the past week has gone. If you are tailing, you can let me know at my Twitter handle that you see on the screen here. You can also let me know in the comments as well. Other than that, would appreciate if you could like the video and subscribe to the OddsJam YouTube channel. And then, of course, just check out the OddsJam platform. You saw the pages that I was using. If you want, you can go ahead and sign up for a free trial and then schedule a call with myself or any of our other sports betting experts, and we can show you everything there is to know about the OddsJam platform, help you start cashing. But as far as this video goes, that's all I got for you. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.